is the crux of the question, like, do you change as a result of the abundance of money? Does your priority or how you does, I think maybe Nick, you're driving toward, does how you show up in the world change as a result of abundance of money?
There's just nothing calling you to do anything anymore. Like no one's like, hey, I need you.
I think for me it's
obligations is the right word.
Yes.
There's a difference between like having an intrinsic motivation to do something versus an extrinsic motivation that's like, I need this because I need to hit my number. I need to provide for my family or whatever. What if you already provided? What if you are set? What if you're good?
Yeah.
Like at that point, I think it's like an onus on everyone to re-examine what you're doing with your time. And like Armand mentioned it earlier, he said, I would love to spend more time with my girls.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. So you could do that. It gives you the time. It gives you the freedom. You are unburdened by obligation, and then you can choose to do whatever you desire. It's amazing, but it's also like from where we stand, a dramatic change. And I think what I mentioned earlier applies here, where like it's easy for everyone to get stuck in a rut of your past life of where you said, my obligations were this. And then once you hit your number, you're like, I'm still in my rut, but it's hard to like be like, I can actually spend time with my girls now.
So what do you think about this? Because this is a topic that I think you proposed. Like you've been.
Well, I proposed it like based off some of the stuff you've been saying in the past few weeks. But
yeah.
Well, my thoughts have been evolving. It's only been 5 weeks since I've had a daughter, but my thoughts on this have been evolving and like also getting deeper. Like I think I'm basically there. So that's something that I'm sort of like dealing with in real time. But I think where I land on it now, like from a very meta perspective, is different than what I had described 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Something that really taught me a lot, I guess, came from an unexpected place. I saw a YouTube video of a music video that featured Dick Van Dyke. I told Steven about this when we were out at dinner. Dick Van Dyke's 100 years old. He's like a former celebrity.
Crushing.
He was like
Wow.
he was like a dancer.
Of the Dick Van Dyke Show?
I guess he was in a show. He was in Mary Poppins.
Nick at Night?
Yeah.
Anybody?
He was like a star in Mary Poppins and stuff. He was like a dancer, kind of like a Charlie Chaplin type individual, I guess. He's like the feature individual of the most recent Coldplay music video. And it like shows Dick Van Dyke at 100 years old dancing in the same way he did, and then like cuts to his like young Dick Van Dyke.
Way.
He's still dancing.
wow.
And then the end of the like then he dances with his daughter who's like 60 something, and then it brings around his grandchildren and great grandchildren all around him.
Whoa.
And I was like, okay, so this to me, again, I'm not telling anybody what success is, it's to me. But to me, success is that you led your life as an individual to the direction and degree that you wanted. And then also there's this like love element that he's like surrounded by. Family in his case, but it doesn't have to be family. But like to me, it's family because I just experienced that. So I'm like, to me, it's so obvious. It's like it's these two paths to get this like fulfillment. And like going back to sort of like what you do when you have all the money, I think like where I land on it is that I spent 40 years pursuing this individualistic sort of like, I'm in the ruts. I'm like into achievement and making money. You know, I think another thing about it is that like my career specifically is like money oriented. You know, like I think it's kind of a blessing and a curse. To be great at it is to make a lot of money. You know, so like Warren Buffett is great because he made a lot of money. MJ is great because he scored a lot of points, not because he made a lot of money. So I'm sort of getting a little disillusioned by the money part of this career where I'm not like so in love with the act.
There's no other way for you to be great than make
more money. And I'm like, but I'm good on the money. So it's like, what am I pursuing here? The greatness or the dollars? And I'm like, I'm good on the dollars. So then I'm like really leaning into this like family love type aspect that I'm like, damn, it took me 40 years to even begin this. And now I want like more of it. I want like the Dick Van Dyke. I want the whole fucking room full of family and grandchildren and everything. That to me is like a beautiful vision of success.
I mean, you don't know this, but I think the Dick Van Dyke conversation you had with me was one of the most impactful conversations anybody's ever had with me.
Really? You didn't show it at the time.
Well, you know, people
Got a
say
good
that
poker
about me.
face.
I internalize things. I think about them. But like I thought about that a lot.
I think about that a lot.
It was
That's definitely what it is for me.
it was very deep. And like I'm like you, like my entire life, like people like revolve around like making money, right? But they make money in this sort of like roundabout way, especially if you run a startup, right? You make money like 15 years in the future after you do a bunch of stuff. And then your day to day is very much about like doing the things. And it's very different when you are like in like trading or like it's just like literally every second. It's just like, did this decision make money? No, fuck. And then that's just like it every second of every day is like, will this make money? Will this make money? Is this making money? How do I not lose too much money here? What's my risk? Right. So to go from that to this kind of other thing where it's just like the total opposite. You're like optimizing for this like more grandiose, like generational, like life purpose thing. It's and like I feel like I'm kind of like I'm like trans money right now. I'm starting to cross over into the and then like the just kind of like this awkward period where I'm going someplace else, but I'm like not quite there yet. But like I know I'm going someplace else, but I'm still like fumbling around in the dark, trying to find my footing. I'm still like half blind, but like I see like a blurry picture of where I'm going, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the decision of like, do you create a family or not, is an incredibly important decision, you know, in life. And if you don't, you create a family of your work, your pursuits, your creativity, and the people you surround yourself with. And that really becomes your world that brings you love. And if you do choose to create a family, you either ignore them and you're a bad parent, or you step into it and you feel the blessing of what you have and this like multiple generations of love that you're surrounded by. And I think of all the things, for me, I decided at an early age, I was like, that would be if I can do it, if I meet the right person, if we can have kids, that's the most beautiful thing I want to do, regardless of those other things. Because, yeah, I mean, I haven't even seen this video, but it made me emotional even thinking about it. Like I transported myself into that version of myself 100 years old and seeing multiple generations in front of me. I can't imagine anything more beautiful, more full. I can already feel the fullness of having a child, 2 children, and I can't imagine, like, I don't have a son, right? But I told you guys, like, my hope is that my daughter's future husbands are like my sons, and then they're going to have children maybe, and then, you know, there's maybe my brother has some children. Like, that whole situation for me is like, just, I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, to be full,
surrounded by.
But what I think what like sealed it for me was understanding the duality of it. It's like that Dick Van Dyke was also a badass individual, right, but then he also at 100 is dancing with his daughter with all his family around, and it's like, that is it. It's both.
Yeah. Yeah, well said.
Be Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke, man.
What is this? A Coldplay music video that shows all these visuals you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
can I keep the
watch it?
Can I keep the volume down,
like
or
a new song?
It came out like 3 months ago. Like it's like new Coldplay just dropped.
Ooh, new Coldplay.
It's called All My Love.
Ooh.
Should we watch
constant reminders of your moderate to severe
turn that
Part of the
down,
video, like interviews.
You guys
him
don't
too.
have YouTube Premium? What the fuck is this?
We're on a budget over here in case people
Part of the
don't
music
know.
video is actually interviewing.
turn the
Oh
volume.
God, stop
I
it.
am. I'm trying.
Sorry for yelling.
All right.
So it's kind of like documentary style. It's like filmed in his home. It like interviews him mid song.
Play it.
Okay, it's on.
We've been through low,
Oh damn, I haven't seen
been through
Dick Van Dyke in a while.
sunshine, been through snow.
So is this like his 100th birthday
All
party,
the
or?
colors
wow.
of the weather.
I can already tell this is going to make me very emotional.
Been through
All right,
high,
So if one of us starts crying, do I just
every
pause
corner
the
of
stream?
the sky. And still we're holding on together.
Wow, he's
You
100.
got all my
Wow, he's doing good.
I don't know if I can watch this, guys.
Fucking crushing.
I'm Already feeling a lot of things.
I'm all yours.
How did Coldplay select Dick Van Dyke?
You've got all
No,
my
it was a good choice. Oh my god.
Whether it rains,
He looks incredible. The way he's still moving.
remains. You've got all my love.
So he's got a.
Where's his daughter?
Okay.
What is love? It certainly is a feeling of caring about the welfare and the
We're just gonna
life
get
of the other
demonetized.
person.
That's fine.
As much as you
Worth
can
it.
yourself.
Until I die, let me hold you if
He's
you
singing the lyrics.
cry. Be my 1, 2, 3 forever. 'Cause you got all my love.
Damn, he's still going.
Still better than me.
Whether it rains or pours,
pretty lean.
I'm all yours.
Very emotional.
You've got
Steven, is this
all
okay?
my love.
It's a lot.
Whether it rains,
I want to see the whole family.
The family comes together.
Yeah, I want to see the
We
whole
are
family.
her and Stacy. I've had dreams where I am, I don't know, depressed or lonely or hurt or something, and she comes to comfort me. Actually comes to comfort me.
Those are all his grandkids?
I think great grandkids.
Oh my god.
all I can say.
God, Dick Van Dyke is fucking crushing, man.
Oh, that's great. Oh my god, the family's bigger now.
He's getting bigger.
You've got all.
Wow, so in his family tree, from him down, there was like, it looked like there was like 60 people.
That's a lot of people.
Wow.
Oh damn, that hit me right in the feels.
All right, should we end this?
Oh,
We need some time.
that's it right there. Eric's right. That is it.
So we don't need to have any other conversations about money or success. We just
I don't
close
think
those
we
off.
can say anything else after that. Damn, I feel like Eric undersold that to me.